The creator's trap. Have you fallen into it? Like me? I admit it. I've definitely fallen into the creator's trap. So today we're talking about, like all this month, contribution. How do we make a positive impact on the world? If you're not wanting to make the world a better place, you might as well turn me off right now, because you will not be able to stand me, because that's what I'm all about. If I can't do something that makes the world better, I don't want to do it at all. And that feeds into today's topic. I am also going to hit us up, and we're going to start our super process. It's a process that we're using this month to make sure that we have a way to handle our goals, our objectives, our tasks we want to get done, and to help us solve problems, etc. So you can use it just like the SOAP framework, very similar in many respects, the frameworks that I share, to either deal with a challenge or a difficulty that you're having, or a problem that you want to solve, or you can apply it to a goal or an objective that you want. Since we use the SOAP framework for the challenge area, let's use the super framework for a goal that you want to achieve in the area of contribution, since we're focusing on contribution this month, before the end of the year. I don't say like before the end of the month. That's ridiculous. Before the end of the year. So pick a goal that's a little bit of a stretch and a reach, but something that you know you're capable of doing if you choose to put your energy into it. I always add that caveat, because sometimes we set these, and I do it because I set lifelong legacy goals. I've done it for, 4 decades now. And so I know I always have that big picture, driving force, purpose-led goal of what I'm going after. But the shorter term goals, they are subject to change. So let's talk about the S in the super framework first before I forget. It stands for specifying a target, meaning what the heck is it that you want? And I could share SMART goals, but you can look that up anywhere if you don't know how to do them already. But we're going to do hit the spot, because we want to hit the bullseye and the target in specifying our target. What is it that you want? I always like to ask, what is it that I want, and why do I want it? But we don't have to do that in this step. Just identify one thing with respect to contribution that you want to improve and set a goal for the end of the year by. That's all I'm going to say on that. You know how to think about what you want. If you don't, reach out and ask. All right, so into today's topic, which is a big confession one for me, because I am one of those people that likes to always be busy, always be creating, always be busy, always be doing things. And I looked yesterday, and I think I've got, I don't even remember how many. I'm kind of embarrassed to look. I'd have to go back a page. Well over 10,000 videos, right, that I've created over the last, this is year 9. And I was creating a few videos here and there, mostly training videos, walkthrough processes or procedure videos before that. But for the most part, you weren't seeing this mug anywhere. Why? Because like everybody else, I was scared to show up. And then I decided, okay, I'm just going to do this annual challenge and show up every day. And then I'll just do whatever, and I won't be afraid to show up. So I did it for a year. Then at the end of that year, I'm like, oh, I think I should do it for another year, because I'm not super comfortable yet. And then another and another and another. And so here we are in year 9. And now I'm to the point where I like doing it. I like showing up. I like that it can be a legacy for my granddaughters to go watch after I'm gone. They can like see crazy grandma videos. Excuse me, I don't know why I have a tickle in my throat today. So today's topic is all about it, and the creator's trap, if you haven't figured it out yet, is focusing on the outputs, the things that we can personally do and control, which I think is highly important, and not necessarily measuring the impact of the outputs that we do. Now, I also know people that don't measure the outputs, and they just measure the impact. And it can go either way, or the results. And results and impact are not the same thing, right? It depends on what you want for results. So I think I'm definitely hitting the mark on wanting to leave a legacy with my videos, and that's why I do them. I also did them because I was having physical challenges, and I needed to get my rear out of bed and get moving every day, and doing something made me want to get out of bed. And the challenge then was, you got to do a video every single day. Well, that first year I actually did 3 annual challenges. I did one for myself with respect to personal development, and I think it was a comfort zone one for sure. I think it was do one thing every day that scares you. And then I was doing one in a group of ClickFunnels folks, because we had all been, coached and prodded and told, you got to do video, you got to do video, you got to do video. And I will say, of the 6 people that finished that challenge, over 100 started it. 6 of us, I believe, finished it. And one person came in like at month 3 and caught up all the 3 months and finished the challenge. So I love it when people tell me you can't do something, because then that's as good as done. But how do we measure the impact of the contribution we're making? We can measure, and I even coach people to do this, measure the amount of money, time, energy, effort that you're putting into contributing to things outside of yourself, the things that help other people or help make the world a better place. And I actually track those things too, but I don't necessarily track the impact of those things. And the way we do that is by journaling. There's no way to measure if you've changed somebody's life. I mean, they might send you a testimonial or send you a message that says, oh my God, you changed my life. This one thing unlocked everything for me. And we get those. I don't even collect them. I don't even collect testimonials. How silly is that? And I've known for decades that you should do that. So I can go back through social media and start, but I'm not going to do that. Not with my vision and things. So today, our challenge is to pay attention to what we're measuring and ask ourselves, is this a true measure of my intent with what I'm doing for this particular activity? So if you're donating time and energy to a cause that you love, you know it's more than just the amount of hours that you put in. It's the impact that you have on other people's lives. And so I challenge you today to start keeping a record of that and journaling. Even if you just write it on your daytime, or, oh, I did this, or I said that, or this, I coached so-and-so on this. But some way of capturing those wins. I actually have things like that in, I call it an awesome folder. I have an awesomeness folder that I keep in my filing cabinet. And whenever I need a pick-me-up, because guess what? We all do, right? We're all human. We have good days, we have bad days. We don't have good days and bad days. We have good experiences and bad experiences within our lifetime and our days, right? And so often we take that one little thing bad that happened and it negates everything good that happened during that day. And so I keep an awesomeness folder. So as soon as I catch myself going in that negative mind drift, I've got something to shut it down and stop. I also use my vision board to do that, or I have a vision binder. It's like this thick of all the things that I want. I'm a rule breaker. I do things my own way. So today, I challenge you to review your current situation and say, okay, where am I? Am I just looking at the numbers? And the reason, if you're in businesses at all, like I've been in many, and I'm in building a new one right now, you look at metrics. But even in that, a lot of people are looking at the wrong things. They're paying attention to the wrong numbers, and that's an easy twist. We're going to talk about that in Supersize Your Business today, of course. So, Super, what is the specific target that you want? And for our contribution challenge, what is one thing that you're going to measure going forward, and how are you going to measure it to capture the impact that you're really having? And I'll tell you what, you know if you've changed someone's life by the way they interact with you. They know it, and even they'll tell you. They will tell you. All right, that's it. Go out, make it an awesome day. Have some impact, some positive contribution. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.